Domestic and family violence informed and trauma informed practice is vital for women from migrant and refugee backgrounds and their children because it allows access to safety with respect and dignity, and also their ability to exercise agency and choice. Specialized responses must include a deep understanding of the dynamics of domestic and family violence, the risks of post-separation abuse and systems abuse, particularly how they intersect with a migrant and refugee woman's experience of racial bias and gender bias.
Aboriginal women are super intuitive, so that first contact and that first connection is everything. And I think language is really important, especially with Aboriginal families, and feeling that authentic care and that interest, and there's no judgment. That all is really important, especially at the beginning stages. If we're serious about progress for Aboriginal women experiencing violence, we'll commit to having those conversations, to being uncomfortable and believing and knowing the truth that Aboriginal women are still suffering from impacts of colonisation, are still suffering from racism and discrimination.
A trauma-informed DFV response in a core and cluster model is really important because I think it acknowledges women's experiences of violence. Women and children have long-term effects from living in domestic and family violence. It impacts on their lifetime safety, their feelings of helplessness and hopelessness. And if we can acknowledge their experiences and approach the response in the right way, that can help them overcome that. We can get through a whole lot more. They can feel safe again, and that enables them to heal.
Trauma-informed practice is really important for women with disability, and ensuring that collaboration is part of the experience for women with disability so that they are in control of their own experiences and the support that they receive. This is essential to reducing fear. A lot of women with disability who are experiencing violence come to support services with a distrust of systems and services due to previous experiences. And we want to ensure that those experiences in the future are trauma-informed and supportive.
A really key part of trauma-informed practice is being LGBTQ plus inclusive and affirming. Our communities are experiencing violence in their relationships at similar rates to that of cisgender heterosexual women. So our communities really do need and do deserve services that can really meet our needs, and that means being DFV focused and informed and delivering trauma-informed practice that is inclusive and affirming for all people across those communities based on what your eligibility is in your service.
Specialist practice is so important in terms of trauma-informed and domestic and violence-informed work. This to me means being holistic, person-centred, keeping the victim survivor at the heart of every decision you make, being culturally safe and responsive, empowering your client to make decisions for themselves and keeping agency at the heart of everything you do. Specialist practice is so important in a core and cluster environment so that we can achieve the best possible outcomes for women and children fleeing domestic and family violence, so they can thrive in community, they can recover, they can heal, and they can achieve their best possible outcomes.